guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. So this is going to be part 2 of last week's video, the 50 Faces Challenge, where I draw 50 faces. Pretty self-explanatory. I'd recommend you watch part 1, but you don't really have to watch that to get this video. Also, if you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed. I've been trying to hit 2,000 subscribers for a long time, and we're still not there. I've been trying for like a year at this point, so hit that subscribe button. And on with the video. So this first one is another case of something that happened a lot in the last video, where I would choose reference photos not because they provided much benefit or like something particular I want to work on, but just because the people were really pretty. So this first one's one of those. It does have some good glasses practice, and the hair was in an interesting shape, so it does have some practice there. The facial expression I did isn't really great though, and the lips are also really bad, and the proportions I think are a little off. That's one of the problems and why I was practicing with glasses in the first place, because having really vertically big cartoon eyes and glasses is really difficult. So I feel like the eyes are too small. That's typically what happens whenever I try drawing people with glasses. Or the glasses end up being really big. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this one. It's not one of my favorites. Then this next one's another just kind of general practice. It's also kind of meh. Like, there's not much to say about it. Nothing special. Then this next one is angle practice, and I think I actually did pretty good with the angle. Like, I think it's clear that there is an angle here, which is something I struggle with a lot. Like, I try to show an angle and it just looks like the face is like kind of low down rather than someone looking down. But this time it actually looks like they're looking down. And overall, it's really not bad. And then once again, we have another general. We have a lot of general ones on this page. So this one is of a child, which is also one of the things I kind of wanted to work on a bit, is showing differences in age. And I think it's like a good child's face. I think I've been really nailing making faces look childish, because I've heard people talk about it in general. Like, make the eyes bigger, make the head bigger. I mean, if I was drawing a body. And then also I've been making the curve of the eye a bit different. And I think that's been really helping. So I like this one a lot. Then we have, guess what? Another general. Though honestly, I don't remember what this reference image looked like. And I don't remember drawing this at all. So I can't comment on like how accurate this is and how good it looks. Like, I have no memory of this. I guess that's what happens when you draw, 50 different faces. You'll forget some of them. But yeah, it doesn't really have any standout qualities, nothing special about it, it's just there. Then finally, we have another general one. There are so many of these. Oh, this isn't the final one. I don't know why I said finally. Once again, I don't really remember what this picture looks like. I do remember that the eyes were fairly far apart, and I think I did a good job showing that. Lips are horrible still working on that. But overall, I don't hate the drawing. And then this final one was mainly a facial one. It also has some hat practice. I do kind of like this one because I think I did pretty good with facial expression, and I think I'm getting better at pushing facial expressions. And you can kind of see I'm starting to have a lot more heads that I'm enjoying. Like, at the beginning, pretty much the whole page was bad. Now about half the page is turning out unfavorable. So this first one was facial practice, and I actually really like this one. So, like, I'm starting to get the hang of a lot of things like pushing expressions at this point, and just how to manipulate faces in general in a more cartoony way. Because I felt like my facial expressions have always been kind of bland. I try to push them and I just never go far enough. And this is one of those ones where it's like, yes, I'm really doing it. That's like a much more over-the-top mouth than I would have drawn at the start of this. Then right after this, we have another facial where I feel like I could have pushed it a bit more with the sadness. Like, this kid is crying and he looks like very sad. Also, those eyes are like very asymmetrical, and I'm only realizing it now, and it's really bothering me. But I do really like how I did the coloring on this one, even though there's no colors, it's just shades of gray. I still think I did good at showing the face being red without having red. And also I feel like the shines really brought together and made it look nice. Oh, and I guess there's also some hair practice here. At this point, I'm straying away from using the watercolor tool. It's mainly because the watercolor tool requires an ad for me to use, but also because I can't actually use the watercolor tool typically in an actual drawing, so it's not actually giving me that much practice, like I talked about last video. So I'm pushing myself to do more line art, even with more textured hair and like curly hair and whatnot. So then this next one I really don't like. I think it's really bad. There's a couple problems here. So the hair, and this has come up a couple times, where the ears are a big part of framing the hair and moving the hair, and I don't draw ears. So what do? But these ones specifically are like tucked behind ears. So we just tried drawing some ears, you know. I'm messing around, trying different things here. Might as well give it a go. I tried to do kind of cartoony ears, but they're really bad and scary. Yeah, no, it's really gross. I don't like them. This is also an older individual, and has a more sunken in face. So I tried to show that. It's better than the last sunken in face I drew, but I don't think it's all the way there still. Then this next one also sucks. I put like no time and effort into this one. The facial expression's like okay, but the main problem is they're super thin line art and it's super sketchy and it just makes the whole thing look really icky. And also the face shape is bad and I really just didn't try with this one. It was one of those where I was in a rush to get it done because I'm trying to do these daily. Then I like this next one. So it's mainly some facial and I guess makeup practice. It's mainly just a general one. There's not too many specific reasons. I did also throw in an ear here because there's a giant earring that's like a focal point. The ear is much less noticeable here, but I still think the way I'm drawing the inner ear is not it. I've been struggling with how to draw inner ears for a long time. Not that I don't know how to like realistically do one. I mean, I don't. And I'm also bad at realistic ears, but in general, I don't know how to take the inner ear and cartoonify it, which is what I'm partially working on. But the lips are still kind of a problem. I didn't push them too much because the lips keep turning out bad all the time. The hair's cool. So then the next one we have is also a facial. It's like a little bland. I could have pushed it a bit more, but it's still pretty good. It's like better than what I was doing at the start of this video, and we'll take that. Okay, this next one I have some mixed feelings about. This reference photo was really nice. It was another case of Pretty Woman, but here there's actually like some hair and facial practice. So the facial expression's like a bit off. The original was more just like squinting from sun being in their eyes. Well, this one looks more like angry squinting. I still like this one though. And there's also some braces going on here and glasses. There's a lot I tried in this, and it's not that similar to the reference photo. I feel like I didn't do great at capturing it, but it's a fine drawing. And then this final one, really simple one. It was just for facial expressions, and it's not too bad. Yeah, just like a pretty generic happy face going on. I do think, you know, it's better than the ones I was doing at the start though. The smile's much more big and over the top, and it just looks a lot more happy. Also, there's some braid practice going on there, some interesting hair here. I think the hair up top I did not great at, but the actual braids are fine. And that's it for that page. Now we're on to the final page, and I'm gonna be honest, this isn't really the page I'd like to end on. It's not that great. So for the first one, we start with a pretty basic one. Not much facial expression, just me kind of trying out how to draw a shaved head. I don't really enjoy it that much, personally. It's just kind of there. Doesn't have any redeeming qualities. Not much is bad about it though either. Then the next one, it's mainly some angle practice. It's just another person I drew IRL, and I really like it. It's not that impressive, especially when like half the face is covered up, but I think the angle's good, which is, you know, once again, something I struggle with. And I think the hair's good, and the glasses with the angle are great. I don't know, I just really like it, and I feel like I shouldn't like it as much as I do, but I just do. I also feel like it captured the person pretty well. I also like this next one. These two are some of the good ones on the page. There aren't that many of them that are good. This was some hair practice, and I think I did really good. You know, once again, trying that textured hair without the watercolored brush, and it turned out fine. It's not that scary. I should have been practicing this earlier. I also really like how the eyes look. I think it's just a color thing. They pop out so much, and it's really satisfying. And I actually like the lips here. I really like the lips. They're not horrible. They don't make me wish I never added lips. They are there, and it's fine. This next one's bad though. It was some hair and facial practice. I failed at both of them. Also, the lips are really gross. The facial expression's not good. The angle's not great. Yeah, it's just not a great drawing. I don't like this one. And then we have another one that was facial practice, except once again, the facial expression really sucks. I feel like half the drawings on this page were like, oh my god, it's the final page. I'm gonna put in so much effort and time because this is it. And then the other half were, oh my god, it's the final page. Let's just get this over with, please. End it already. Keep in mind, this has been months, and like I can see the finish line. The next one is okay. It does have some general and hair practice. Not really anything special, but hey, at least it's not a disappointment like some of the drawings on this page. Also, I made all the drawings too big at this point, so I had to go back and shrink them all. Okay, and then this next one is really bad. It's another IRL one I did, except this person wasn't wearing a mask. The hair is really bad. I feel like I didn't do the hair justice with the texture and just how it was styled. Also, the face is really bad. Like, I was just getting confident with drawing older faces, and then I go and do this monstrosity. It's awful. I hate it. This final one, thank God, we end off with a good note though. It's another IRL one. You can see I'm getting tired of like the images I had on Pinterest and all that. So I was doing a lot of these last ones IRL. And this is another one where I feel like I shouldn't be as proud of it as I am. But I think I just did really good with the glasses and capturing the lightness and capturing the likeness. And also, like, I really like how I did the hair in this sketchy style, kind of like I did with the other good IRL one I did. The proportions might be a little small with the glasses. Again, I'll have to work on that more. But the drawing overall is pretty good. Overall, I feel like I made a lot of improvements over the course of this video series. I feel much more confident with drawing heads now. While beforehand I was like scared to draw real people and I wouldn't draw people because I didn't feel confident drawing them. But now I feel a lot better about it and I like drawing people. And yeah, so if you did like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Also comment down below your favorite head from this video. Also, follow all my social media in the description below, and I will see you all next week.